Okay, give you an update on this go-kart. This is the one I've had the longest, and I've gone completely through it. Redone the tires, put new tubes in there, and put a bunch of slime in the tubes. I painted a racing stripe to kind of break up the color. If you remember, the seat was green. It didn't have a bumper on the front of it, so I took some scrap metal I had and I built a bumper. It really doesn't have to be pretty, but it keeps people from bouncing off stuff. And I did some painting. I tore into the original motor, which was a flathead motor, and it was in crappy shape. I got this Predator motor out at Harbor Freight with a coupon. You can get it for $100. And to hook this up, it's exact same dimensions as the other motor. The throttle cable runs up here, and there's two sections you can see where it holds the cable end down, and that's where you put the cable into. Now this nut right here is what controls this little lever. You have to loosen that up because it's set pretty snug. Now this is also set up to where you can run a throttle cable out the back side and around that way too. The original cover right there fit right on, so it's basically a bolt-on setup. Now the kill switch, which is up here, will not work. It's not tied into the system. The kill switch is at the front of the motor. A couple things with these motors that I'm going to do that I've learned to make them live. I put some break-in oil or additive in the oil on these motors. I'm going to start running synthetic oil in them after I break it in and run in synthetic oil. A couple things I've found out. I've had this go-kart 15 plus years, 15, 17 years. I put a brace on that steering column. It didn't need it currently, but I went ahead and put it in there just to triangulate all that system in. The rims and tires, I tore into them, and the inside of the rims were horribly rusted. So I put them on the wire wheel. I have a wire wheel and a grinding wheel on a bench grinder. I cleaned them up, put that rust converter on it, and then put them back together. My next step on these is to find a proper tire. Marathon, a company called Marathon makes flat-proof tires, and I'm going to switch over to flat-proof tires on these. And that will fix that problem from now on. I've got a few bearings that are bad as far as in the wheels, but it'll survive. Like I said, I think this is a Carter go-kart. It used to have a roll cage that would come over and down, and it broke off here at the very front, and it's pretty common on these things. But I detached it right here and kept the original back piece. It hadn't been a bad go-kart. I made a seat for it. I didn't do a good job on it, but I was learning at the time, and it turned out okay. With a little bit of paint and a little bit of tape, you can make a nice stripe on it, and I did that just to break it up, and it looks cool. But that's the go-kart I've owned the longest. It's got a new motor in it, so it's basically got a new lease on life. These motors are pretty decent. They have a throttle control, which is it'll limit the amount of throttle you'll have. I haven't started it yet. I haven't even put no fuel in it. One thing I will do is probably remove the fuel from these motors. I'm getting tired of this crap fuel clogging up all my motors. And so that would be a way to cure that. My next step is to figure out some sort of way to get a flat-proof tire, and that ought to do it on this one. Like I say, I'm using that break-in fluid on the motor. After I break it in, I'll run the synthetic oil and then drain the fluid. I also have this old floor mat I put on top of the motor, like I do on that one. That'll help any rubber pieces withstand this ultraviolet light in these horrible summers out here. So that's it on that one. That's what it looks like right now. So I gave it a new lease on life. So this next family reunion, all the kids are going to have fun on it. It's held in there pretty good. Like I say, if I get the flat-proof tires going, that'll be even a bigger thing. And this one's wide enough to fit 2 people. An adult can wrap their arm around a kid and be able to give them rides with this. I put a new disc, I put a new brake on it also. So other than that, it's looking really good. So that's it on now for, like I said, I think this is Carter, and that'll be it on this one.